today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now
the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Lions.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Now leading out the Panthers offense, a new man in charge for 2020, a member of the Saints the last couple of years. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Oh, what a juke into space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A quick throw by Bridgewater, that's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
To the air again with Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Bridgewater.
Christian Jones coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Amendola on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's Stafford now on second down. The left side completion to Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Stafford throws complete to Galladay. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Lions will take over.
First and 10.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
On first down, Swift. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Lions first down.
On first down, it's Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
And it's throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Prater on to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Running into the kicker. Defense.
Everybody's down in control. Let's just make plays, man.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 49.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Carolina.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they have the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game.
Marvin Jones, the 40, past the 20. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
at the 9-yard.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Swift. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
DeAndre Swift.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
7-yard line. Pick up
One more time with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
It's good, and it's 21-10.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. With DJ Moore, the Carolina offense about to take over once again. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
10 more yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Curtis
just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up
now a draw play to McCaffrey. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Carolina got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
32-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in it.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Panthers 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses happen their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Stafford. Gets it quickly to Galladay.
Holding offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now left side on the swing pass. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
29 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. It's caught outright, Amendola. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A 24-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good.
The kick is good.
And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17.
17.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 30.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
That's good.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Bridgewater on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And again it's Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Why are we doing this?
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
They got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Gano for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
The kick is...
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he returns this to the 22.
Danny Amendola on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
DeAndre Swift.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson.
Stafford. A slant to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Stafford's pass complete to Marvin Jones. A gain of 16 yards. And the Lions first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get it in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones.
Stafford's
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
a 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Stafford's
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
6
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's good.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. your wide receivers as blockers, sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
on second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Bridgewater throwing complete here to Moore.
Bridgewater's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The Lions, 36 yards.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
18-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield.
Bridgewater.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass incomplete. Out of the end zone.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Panthers 27, Lions 24.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
8-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he finds a man on the crossing route. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Stafford's pass. Complete to Marvin Jones. It's a gain of 6. And the Lions 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Stafford on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And no, it's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Down at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's enough.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ball carrier. Tracy Walker on the tackle. It's a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
And 6.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Makes the score Panthers 30, Lions 24.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Caught on the right side by Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That's complete to Jake Butt. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to more there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Bridgewater again.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now 3rd and goal.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Gano's kick is good.
The kick is good.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Lions 24.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Stafford's pass.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. Got a man. It's Amendola. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 11.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Ray Swift.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
First down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st down, Stafford here. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the red zone now, Stafford. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Now it's Stafford. Another throw for Galladay. This one complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll move them back within 6 now.
Panthers 33, Lions 27.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Take over first down 10 at their own 30.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be at home next.